Alrighty, YouTube, Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. So a couple hours ago, it was reported that the 49ers are releasing Maliek Collins in a rather shocking move. I didn't really see this one coming. We're super thin at defensive tackle, and he's a decent depth piece, but I understand why that they would be cutting him. It's going to be saving them $10 million in 2025 against the cap. However, it was announced that he will be released and will be a free agent on Wednesday and eligible to sign with other teams. But then Matt Mayoko came in and said that the move isn't official yet. He said the 49ers can be expected to first see if there's a team out there willing to make a trade for him. And if they can't trade him, or if they can't find a suitor for Maliek Collins, that they're going to eventually release him. So obviously, Maliek Collins was acquired by the Niners last March in a trade with the Houston Texans, where they sent a 7th-round pick to Houston for him. He started all 17 games. He was third on the team with 5 sacks. He had 33 total tackles. He turns 30 next month, and I think this is a move to open up some cap to sign some other guys like Joey Bosa, probably even Jonathan Allen. I think the 49ers are targeting both of those guys pretty heavily. I think they clearly have a lot of interest in both of those guys. So, I mean, I've been adamant that I'm open to a Joey Bosa signing if the number's right. And it's the same for Jonathan Allen. I don't think the 49ers will go all out to sign both of these guys. I think they have a price tag in mind that they want to sign them at. It seems like with Joey Bosa, it seems like they're on the same page when it comes to what his value might be. I also think, though, with Joey Bosa, I think it's going to be much easier for them to sign him because of Nick Bosa being on the team. I think he really wants to play with Nick. It would be a super cool story for that to happen. So I am a fan of signing Joey Bosa, but it's got to be at, a team-friendly deal. And if it's not at a team-friendly deal, I don't expect the 49ers to do it. But it seems like, according to my last video, where they're everything's pointing towards a deal happening with Joey Bosa to come to the 49ers. I do think it's probably a team-friendly deal with a lot of incentives. Otherwise, I don't think the 49ers would have any interest. But again, I do think they're probably going to get him on a discount of some sort because he wants to play with his brother. And then with Jonathan Allen, I mean, they're expected, they are and will pursue him in free agency, but I think the same thing goes with him. He's coming off of a partially torn pec. He only played like 4 to 6 games last year for the Commanders before he got hurt. He then ended up coming back week 18 and playing in all the playoff games for Washington, but it's got to be a team-friendly deal for both of these guys. But yeah, I do think this has something to do with potential signings elsewhere in free agency. I think the Niners are going to really try to sign Jonathan Allen. I think they're, zeroing in on Joey Bosa. That deal I would expect to become official pretty soon. So I get it in that regard, but he's still a decent depth piece. I just don't think the 49ers want him for what his price tag will be next year, and I think that's why we're going to see them attempt to trade him. And if a trade can't be reached, they're going to release him. So, again, this move is not official. There are multiple reports out there that the 49ers have officially released Maliek Collins, but they're going to try to trade him first to see if there's a team out there willing to make a deal for him. And again, if that can't be reached, if a trade cannot be reached, they're going to end up releasing him. I don't see anybody trading for Maliek Collins. I do think he'll be released. The Niners gave up a 7th-round pick last year for him. I'd be shocked if they got a 7th-round pick this year for Maliek Collins. I think every team knows that he's likely going to be released and that they can sign him, at their own price, which probably will be a little less than $10 million a year if I had to guess. So yeah, I think teams out there are going to look at the situation and think like, we're not going to trade for him when we can get him in a couple days in free agency for likely a lesser cost than $10 million a year. So that would be my 2 cents on that. But again, they will try to trade him first. If a trade cannot be reached, they will release Maliek Collins. So let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. As always, go Niners. I'll see you guys in the next one.